Have you ever wondered how a simple, unexpected visit can turn into a night of shared stories and revelations? Picture this: a late-night knock on the door, and there stands Suzanne, bringing with her a tale that would keep Tom on the edge of his seat. Tom, ever the gentleman, welcomed her into his cozy apartment, filled with the warmth of oak furniture and the inviting aroma of fresh coffee. The atmosphere was set. It was time for Suzanne to unveil her story. She began to speak, her words filled with an excitement that was tinged with a hint of uncertainty. "Remember that internet date I told you about?" she asked. Tom, of course, remembered. He had a knack for remembering details, especially when it involved a chance to tease Suzanne. Suzanne's story unfolded like a well-crafted narrative. "It was perfect," she began, "almost like a dream date." Her date was a young man of 26, dressed to the nines, his charm as evident as his good looks. The man was a PR manager for a renowned lawyer, financially independent, and drove an Audi Quattro. Tom listened attentively, understanding the significance of the car to Suzanne, who loved speed and machines. Her athletic build, long legs and strong arms spoke volumes about her love for speed. Standing at a height of about 6 feet, she was a sight to behold. Her style was a charming cross between a vamp and the girl next door. Her laughter, a delightful mix of mischief and innocence, but Tom knew better. He knew that beneath her modern, independent exterior, Suzanne was a woman of depth. He knew her strengths, and he was aware of her weaknesses. He listened, not just to her words, but also to the unspoken parts of her story. This was not just a tale of an internet date. It was a story of anticipation, excitement, and the thrill of new experiences. It was a tale of a woman exploring the world of romance and connection in the digital age. It was a story of resilience and the courage to step out of one's comfort zone. In a nutshell, this late-night visit was not simply an exchange of tales. It was a sharing of experiences, a night of laughter, and a testament to the bond between two friends. It was a night that showed how simple, unexpected visits can turn into a cherished memory, a night filled with stories that would stay with them long after the last drop of coffee was consumed.
Have you ever wondered about the complexities of the human heart? Its capacity for love, its resilience, and its ability to surprise us? Today's narrative will delve into this very topic as we explore a story of curiosity, attraction, and the unexpected turns of romantic entanglements. Once upon a time, there was a woman who, though certain of her principles, often found herself drawn to the wrong men. Her youthful curiosity and uninhibited nature were characteristics she had to keep in check. Yet she was not immune to the allure of charm and good looks. One evening, after a delightful dinner with a charming date, they attended a performance by Hans Theeuwen. The laughter, the shared drinks, and the live entertainment all contributed to an unforgettable night. As the evening drew to a close, she invited her date home for a cup of coffee. As the clock struck 4 in the morning, they found themselves in her bedroom, too late to part ways. The following morning, a leisurely Sunday, was filled with a delicious breakfast and the promise of a call from her date soon. This woman's friend Tom listened to her story with a knowing smile. He was familiar with her free-spirited approach to love and relationships. What intrigued him was her date, Stephen, who, despite being charming and good-looking, sought companionship through online dating. Curious, he asked, "How did that go?" His calm tone seemed to reassure her. "It was perfect," she replied. Stephen had recently moved into a new apartment. Despite his busy work schedule and psychology studies, he had managed to create a comfortable and stylish environment. To sum up, this narrative paints a vivid picture of human emotions, attraction, and the unpredictable nature of romantic relationships. It's a reminder that while the heart may have its complexities, it also holds the potential for beautiful connections and unforgettable experiences.
Have you ever pondered how a seemingly ordinary individual can reshape the landscape of local broadcasting? Today, we dive into the riveting tale of Frank, a man whose remarkable presentation of the program, Focus on Friday, garnered substantial attention, not only from the local broadcast station, but also from the wider community. In the heart of the Netherlands, in the bustling city of Brabant, Frank's journey began. His work on Focus on Friday resonated with the audience, drawing in listeners and creating a buzz that didn't go unnoticed by the local broadcasting station. Even the Brabant Daily, not typically a supporter of the station, showered Frank's program with positive commentary. the local broadcasting station invited Frank for an evaluation meeting held at the station's editorial office. Arriving early, Frank was greeted by Will de Hortop, the head of television, who was equally impressed by Frank's interviewing technique and the calm nature of his conversations. Will suggested taking the program to television, assuring Frank that his voice and interview style would translate well on screen. Despite the praise, Frank hesitated. He didn't see himself as the right fit for television. In his eyes, there were others more photogenic. But Will insisted that it was the strength of the conversation that mattered most. After all, Frank had a powerful voice already, and with a little help from a stylist, the rest would fall into place. Frank requested time to think about the proposition. He was granted 2 months, as Will was eager to finalize the program schedule for the upcoming year. The idea was to start broadcasting in March, with the last month of the year dedicated to recaps of the year's highlights, culminating in a New Year's broadcast from the traditional Christmas market at Pensmarkt. As Frank left the meeting and headed to his car, his phone chimed. A call that turned out to be a wrong number. Shrugging it off, he continued on his way to his motorhome to plan the upcoming Friday's program. Frank was aware of the positive feedback his news program was receiving, and how it was boosting the station's ad sales. He knew the community was engaged, and the event of the year, as he called it, had stirred up considerable attention. Frank's journey through the chaotic city of Brabant, riddled with construction work and detours, serves as a metaphor for his own journey in the world of broadcasting. A journey that is far from over, and one that will continue to follow. To sum up, today we've delved into the story of Frank, an ordinary man with an extraordinary talent for engaging conversation. His program, Focus on Friday, has not only transformed local radio, but has also sparked a wave of community engagement. And now, with the potential move to television, the future holds exciting new possibilities for Frank and his unique brand of broadcasting.
Every day, Frank's routine starts with feeding his animals. His pets, the cat Dotje and the chickens, Tick, Tock, Tok Tok, Tek and the rooster, Red Rooster, eagerly await him as he steps into his garden. The chickens, 3 beautiful Barnevelders and 2 of an unremembered breed, cluck and peck merrily as he scatters feed across their usual feeding spot. Dotje, a Persian cat, patiently waits on the veranda, grooming herself with a calm assurance. She knows her turn will come. Frank never forgets her. Frank lives in a caravan, nestled amongst a lush garden, which he rents from his friend Tinus. Surrounded by 10-meter-high conifers, the garden is a haven of tranquility, save for a sunlit sitting area and a patch where he grows his own vegetables. The caravan is not overly large, but it provides enough space for Frank. It houses a modest living room, which appears larger due to a built-in bay window, providing ample space for his computer and stereo system. Despite the looming threat of the Maas River, known for its rising water levels that can cause significant flooding, Frank finds contentment in his humble abode, fondly referring to it as Miami on the Maas. He relishes the simple pleasure of watching his chickens peck and cluck as he works on his computer, basking in the fresh air that was a stark contrast to his previous dwelling, a flat next to a busy highway in S. Hertogenbosch. His thoughts occasionally drift back to the challenging months he faced, grappling with personal issues. He realized that he was responsible for his own actions. Throughout these trying times, there was Suzanne, a vibrant woman he met through Tinus. She was always well-groomed, and when complimented, she would respond in her unmistakable Gelderse accent, "Anything nature doesn't provide, I get from my powder box." Frank's life is a testament to the beauty of simplicity. His days are filled with the warmth of his pets, the satisfaction of his work, and the companionship of Suzanne. His journey is a reminder that contentment often lies in the simplest of things: a crowing rooster, a purring cat, and a garden filled with life. Despite the challenges he faced, he found solace in his rustic abode, his pets, and the companionship of Suzanne. His life is a tribute to the simple pleasures that bring us the most joy.